Welcome to JARI Speaks, where we will be speaking with member Norvel Ferguson, who is also a business owner of the Hummingbird Syndicate. Welcome, Norvel. How are you today?
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
So share with me your journey of becoming a JARI member, and how long have you been a member?
Well, I met JARI through a mutual friend. He gave them my contact info, and they hired me to do catering for their one-year event anniversary last year.
Yes.
And I met some of the other members there at the event and thought they were a great group of people and decided to become a member myself.
Thank you for being a member. I mean, we had a really good time at that anniversary event. You were able to make jerk chicken, rice and peas, and the presentation was really, really well done. So tell me more about the Hummingbird Syndicate and how you even came up with that name.
Well, being from Jamaica, I wanted to use a theme that people would know just reading the name, that it was a Jamaican company, which is why I chose the Hummingbird. We also have multiple business ventures going on right now, not just the culinary and the catering aspect, but festivals. We do pop-up boutique parties. So that's where the syndicate comes in, because we do multiple things at once.
Can you tell us more about the festival, the events? Are these local? Is it?
Yeah, sure. So we currently have projects going on in Pawtucket where we do Seafood Saturday.
Okay.
Once a month, and that's very elegant, which is what we go for with our company. Everything we do, we think about the way things look and the way we present the business and ourselves. So we currently do a Seafood Saturday, which you can find out about on our website. And throughout the warmer months, we'll be doing festivals like the PVD Fest in Providence.
Okay, yeah, I'm familiar with that.
Yes, Waterfire and the Pride Parade.
Now, Waterfire is one of those events that I especially enjoy. Can you tell me how to find you at Waterfire?
Yes, so at Waterfire, our booth is called the Hummingbird Syndicate Presents Caribbean Delights. And you'll know us because we do a lot of pineapples, and just follow the pineapples and you'll find us.
Okay, that sounds good. Pineapple smoothies, what kind of pineapple?
So we do primarily pineapple smoothies, and we have traditional Jamaican food there for sale as well.
Nice. Okay, so Waterfire is something to look forward to checking you out at. So what was the motivation for your current business?
That's a great question. So when I was younger, my father was a chef. I've always remembered him being a chef. And I used to always notice that my friends, their moms would be the ones that made dinner, that cooked all the time. But here was the man that I looked up to, and he was the one that always made the meals, and that was his job as well. He went to work and he was a chef and he made money from it. So that always wowed me, that he impressed not just women but everyone by cooking and making a living from it, because he did so well with it. And I just thought to myself, that's what I want to do when I grow up.
Can you tell me how long you've been in the business and what your training consisted of, schooling? Can you give us some background on that?
Yeah, so we've been doing this for about 10 years. I went to Johnson & Wales. That's where I got my formal training. I'd say the rest of it was pretty much just learning as you go along. You can only learn so much in a technical school. You have to be out on the field. Be hands-on. You learn from friends, family, and just the general public, what they like and what they don't like.
So does Hummingbird Syndicate, the catering part of it, do you have a signature dish that you specialize in, that you're known for?
Well, no, we basically focus more on plated foods.
Okay.
So anything that you put on a plate, that we focus on the aesthetics and how things look when we present it. That's what we focus on. We don't, of course, our food is gonna taste good no matter what we do.
It taste good, not just look good.
Yes, but we always make sure if it looks good, if it's pleasing to the eyes, it'll definitely be more pleasing to the stomach.
Okay. And at this point in time, are you working on any projects? Are you doing anything? What's your 5-year plan right now?
Yeah, so sure. Our 5-year plan is to open up a restaurant.
Okay.
So right now what we're doing is, like I said before, we're doing these pop-up boutique parties, and we're doing the festivals to get our name out there, to let people know who we are, so that when we finally do open up that restaurant, we've already
You'll
got
be established.
exactly
known.
people will know who we are, and
Nice.
they won't have to question.
Yes, definitely. And what would you say the highlights of being a business owner, especially in the culinary arts, and some highlights and also some challenges? Just share with us, a little bit of both.
Yeah, so one challenge that I noticed that when you cook for a Caribbean family, Caribbean people, a lot of times it's not like when you go to an Asian restaurant, and you can go to any Asian restaurant and order General Salad and it's going to taste the same.
Yeah.
Caribbean families and homes, they all have their own recipe for a specific dish.
Yeah,
So,
like a secret family recipe, right?
Exactly.
Like what their grandmother probably did, or yes.
So a challenge for me is going in to a client and them wanting me to make stewed chicken and trying to create that stewed chicken that they remember as a child, that their mom and their grandmom used to make, and knowing that I've never met these people before, and I have to know how to create that for them. And for me, I get a lot of satisfaction at the end of the day when the client is pleased and say, "Oh, you did this so well. The stewed chicken came out great," or "The jerk chicken was perfect. I've never had it so well before." And it makes me feel like, well, I may not know exactly how to make it like your mom, but I can show you that my recipe is just as good. if not
Yes, and
better.
you could recreate that feeling of home for them, that
Exactly.
feeling of the Caribbean. I think that is so awesome. I know, and it's right, even within one family, everyone may cook their stewed chicken. They may have their little secret recipe that, their thing that they've been doing to modify it, so to speak. What would you say for someone who's new in the business, who also wants to be a business owner? What piece of advice would you give to them, just to succeed and be successful in this industry?
Yeah, so advice that I'd give to anyone out there trying to be a new business owner or needing to be inspired is to just push, no matter what people tell you, no matter how hard it may seem, even if people tell you you're not good at what you're doing at the time, whether it's in culinary, whether you're trying to be a janitor, when you're trying to be a pilot, no matter what you're doing, maybe not a pilot, but you have to keep going and do your best, and over time you'll see that you'll get better. You can't get worse. You have to get better. Just take every experience, good or bad, as a learning experience, and think about what you can do better tomorrow to make yourself better, to grow, and to grow your business really and your brand. And eventually you'll see it come to pass, and you'll be proud of yourself. Who cares what everybody else thinks?
And that reminds me of the Jimmy Cliff song, and the words in the song, you can get it if you really want it. You just have to try, and you'll succeed at last. We thank you so much for being at JARI Speaks with us today. It was a pleasure to get to know you more, to get to know your passion, to get to know your business. Just for our viewers who would be interested in learning more about the services you offer, and also about contacting you for hiring purposes, catering, and so forth, can you just let the viewers know how to reach you? What outlets?
Yeah, sure. You can reach us at Twitter at Caribbean Delights. You could also reach us on Instagram at Chef Space Norvel. You can also reach us on Facebook at Norvel Space the Chef. And on both platforms, you can just type in the Hummingbird Syndicate and we'll pop up. And you can always reach us on the JARI website as well.
Okay. Thank you again for being here with us today. And you've heard it from the chef himself. If you need a personal chef, if you need someone for catering an event, please contact Norvel at the contact information he provided. And also, after viewing this JARI Speak session, you can also find his contact information on the website, the page. We thank you for joining us this time, and we hope to see you next time. And until then, remember, walk good.